Welcome to the first ever Everyone Has a Let's Play. Basically, I figured since everyone else had one, why not me? On the inaugural episode, we're going to start with Stranded Deep, which is basically Castaway minus Tom Hanks. I've been playing this game for a few weeks now, and I can truly say that I am terrible at it. Honestly, truly terrible at it. As will be the case with most games I play on here. So, also, my PC isn't the greatest, so the graphics suck, so get used to it. Well, let's play Stranded Deep. Gonna override my previously saved game here so we can start brand new. And waiting. We are now free to roam the cabin. We're going to take a look around, and the instructions state that we need to go make a cocktail. Head up front. Look in the invisible wall. We can't go any further than that. The pilots are apparently flying with the windshields covered up. A little bit of turbulence going on. Let's go over here and I'm going to craft a cocktail. And for some reason, on an airplane, we're going to light it on fire. Alright. Pick up with E. Refreshing. Got that done. Take a look around the plane a little bit more. Look at the newspaper that is weirdly backwards titled. Shark claims another victim is the headline. And apparently also smoking on this airline. Let's take a seat and relax. Shit! And our ashtray has magically become anti-gravity. Down. Brace yourself. Oh, more anti-gravity. Let's see. Almost exactly like Castaway, where we get the raft on the top, right next to the jet engine. And unconscious. Now, the next thing we're going to see is our starter island. And there it is. And it looks like we've actually lucked out and gotten a shipwreck actually kind of close to shore here, which I have not had the past several games that I've played. So we'll row up to shore. I always ditch the paddle in there. And let's go take a look around the island. Let's go ahead and take this rock. The way I like to play is I take a look around the island, and I find everything that's useful to begin with, and then I go back and I establish where my kind of home base is going to be. So we've got a couple potatoes here. Another stick. There's a boat hull that probably has a hard case in it. And there it is. And go ahead and get this stick. Compelling gameplay. There. And what do we got? The goggles. I've never found those before, so I don't know what they do. Alright, there's the yucca plant, or yucca plant, I don't know how to say it. And here is a barrel That has nothing in it. Okay. So, another stick. Right around here, I figure we will set as base camp. So let's go ahead and start dumping our crap on the ground. We found, alright. Got our little pocket knife out, and go check out this boat hull over here. Oh, a big load of nothing. Another barrel out here. Not hiding anything, alright. Alright. Let's go find us a yucca plant to get some lashings from. Turn around. Got a couple nice tall palm trees, which would be good for when we start building everything. There's one. If you're ever lost looking for a yucca plant or anything on an island, I always go towards the cluster of trees in the middle because they're usually there. Alright, so we got that. Another rock. Another stick. And here's another one. Now, after they patched the game, one of the things that kind of sucks now is these only spawn about once every couple of in-day games, in-game days, and so you have to island hop a lot more than you used to have. And like the very first, when the game first came out, I mean, you could walk around, you could get the, like, harvest the lashings, walk around the island one time, and then come back and they'd be ready. You could harvest them again. They obviously fixed that because that's way too OP for something like that, where you'd never have to island hop in that case. And that's kind of the point of this game, is to go out and get killed by sharks and have to start over every 10 minutes. Or at least that's the way that I play it. So we got some more stuff. Now, what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back and we're going to dump these lashings and a couple of sticks that I found. Another rock. And first thing we're going to do is, first thing we're always going to do is craft an axe. Now, it's not the world's greatest, and it's certainly not going to last forever. They'll last usually... while you're new, they'll last you long enough. But you always need to make sure that you keep enough around to create new ones. Let's see how many other coconuts we got on here. Actually, before we cut down this... last game I played, actually, if you just saw that, me climbing up that tree by accident, that's how I broke my arm the last game I played, and slowly killed me. So, be careful climbing up the trees, whether you mean to or not, because they will kill you. Alright, there's this boat over here that I saw, and we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what we can... Take a look in this case. Oh, it's a flashlight. Flashlights are what you're gonna find about 80% of the time when you go search anything. It is gonna be a flashlight, a torch. So you kind of just, you know, the batteries do die and everything, so they are good to have when you're at night, because as it stands, there is no advantage to sleeping in this game. You might as well just play and stay up all night, because if you go to sleep, it actually drains your water and food meter, which I guess I could show you. If you hold F, it opens up what's your watch, and it shows you the temperature, the date. So it's actually 11 May, which is my real life birthday. 0 days survived, so it keeps count of that. And then if you click over, it shows you your health, your food meter, and your water meter. Now, one of the other big reasons you have to island hop is because you have to make sure that you keep the food. Of course, to start with, there's things like potatoes and coconuts and everything like that. But an island generally has about 20 or 30 coconuts to begin with. And so once you've used those, they're gone. And there's nothing else that you can really substitute with. The potatoes, the last couple times I've played, I haven't really lived long enough to be able to figure this out or not. But I don't see them growing back, or at least not growing back very quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this tree cut down, and we're going to start cutting it apart and get some sticks from it so that we can start to build the first thing that I try and build usually, which is a raft. We are full there. I'm going to go dump some of this stuff. Now, the reason that I always try and build a raft from... I don't want to go there. From the sticks is because it seems to be faster and a little bit sturdier than the one that you get, the big yellow one. The big yellow one is because when the sharks bump you, and I'm sure you're going to see it before long because I always get attacked by sharks. When they bump you, they knock you off of the raft. And sometimes on the yellow raft, you get launched really high up and really far away from your boat, and you're basically screwed. We'll continue cutting some trees down, and I'm probably gonna cut. Yeah, I'll cut here, and we'll come back and I'll have some more done. Okay, so I got some of that tree cut up so that I could get some sticks. And one of the things that I made is a hammer. And the hammer is good because that's what you can craft buildings, like your platforms and everything to start actually building like a hut. Now what I'm going to make first is actually the raft. And what you do is you just get a regular foundation and you take it out over water, and it does it automatically. And now that I'm actually have you guys here with me, one thing I'm going to try is something I haven't tried before, and that's to see that if you can actually make it bigger than what you start out with. If you can actually make a larger raft that it connects to itself. No, it doesn't. So I'm not going to waste it and build another one because there's no reason in that. And we're just going to take it back here and boop, sticks. So okay, there's that raft. So I'm going to come back over here to our original raft and get our paddle out. And there we go. I'm also not going to take this hammer with us because you can't really use the hammer for anything other than building. So there's no reason that it's taking up inventory space. I also typically when I go out, which has been a folly in the past, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save it here, which is probably one of the smarter things to do before you go out into the world, is I only take with me what I absolutely need to survive in the world. And so let's see. Right now we're going to go ahead and we're going to save the game so that when I get murdered by a shark while exploring out here, we can come back and try again. So we'll hop up on here and we'll go take a lap around. Now I'm going to go out to whatever that dot is right there, which is hopefully not a shark. It looks like it's probably the mast to a ship. So yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna get our axe out in case anything tries to attack us. And so, alright, let's get our bearings on where everything is. Alright, and let's go back up and get some fresh air and go back down. Let's see. Ooh, got a good axe. And let's go back down here and check again to make sure that we didn't miss anything. Any other boxes or cabinets or anything like that. Okay, it doesn't appear that way. Let's go back up to breath. And let's go explore the underside here. Check around for cabinets. Get the door open. And I go up a lot to breathe. I'm kind of anal retentive about it because I don't want to drown. I feel like that's the cheapest way that you can die in this game. And I don't want to go out so early on so we got a flashlight and a bucket from there. See, another flashlight. Another paddle. Those come in handy occasionally. Alright. Yeah, they were kind of drowning a little bit because I stayed down longer than I like to. Okay, now let me go through the inventory and actually... see, sometimes getting on these things is... Alright. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. So what did we find? We found a fuel tank, some cloth, a bucket of seawater, a flashlight, and a good metal axe. So, to begin with the fuel tank. The fuel tank is one of the components you need, as you see, to build an engine. Now, an engine you can hook on to this raft here, and that way you don't have to paddle, of course. The cloth, if you use that with duct tape, which you find in wrecks and the boxes and everything, you can make a bandage out of. Now, medical supplies in here are kind of limited. I've only come across them every once in a while. Now, some people do have really good luck, and they find everything because each world is independently generated. It's not, every world is the same. These are all independently generated when you come in. You always end up at a random island. It's never the same island. Now, bucket of seawater. What you do is you put this over the fire. It turns into regular water, which you can then drink out of. It's best to use it with a spit, which I'll show you later on how to build, because really you can't. It's really unwieldy to hold this thing. And then, of course, just a smaller regular flashlight. Now, it's getting dark, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna head back in. And actually, I think when we get back to dock, we're gonna lay everything out, put everything where it goes, and we'll go ahead and we'll call this first episode complete. And we can kind of get a feel of everything, and go on from here. Now, I appreciate you coming with me on this journey that we're having. I'm going to leave this behind, and actually, we'll put both of them there, because we only need both of them with us. And so, let's look around. And so we'll go ahead then, and we'll make this kind of a short beginning episode, just so we can all get used to each other. And let's see what else. I appreciate you stopping by. Now again, I'm going to be trying to upload these as often as I can if you want to see them. And if you have any questions or anything, just put them in the comments. And again, guys, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by, and see you again soon.